Hello everyone, welcome back to Tartan Samurai Gaming, and today we are playing Driver for the PlayStation 1. So this is one of the really first really great open world driving games. So originally made in 1998, and we are playing the original ROM here, so this isn't a reissue or anything like that. So we do have that infamous training level to get through first of all. So Driver is set at some nondescript time in the 1970s in the US. Very much has a kind of Starsky and Hutch theme to it, to the point where they actually got the guy who played Huggy Bear to do the advertising for it in the UK. Antonio Fargas, I think his name was. Anyway, here's the intro. There's our man Tanner, our driver. And there's the car that he's going to use. I don't actually remember this cutscene. I don't know if I ever watched it all the way through. Excuse me. Oh, so there's a police car. Now the action kicks up a gear. And there we go. Driver. So basically, our man Tanner is an undercover police officer, but the police don't know that. So we spend a lot of time outrunning ordinary cops as part of the job. So Tanner's job is to infiltrate a criminal gang under the cover of a getaway driver. So we are going undercover. We're going to start a new game. So basically, there are three main cities that we have to get through. It's Miami, San Francisco, and New York.
3 years on the department, and you're still the best driver I got. We don't get too many ex-racing boys in here. Low-life rumble in Miami is there's a hunt on for a guy who can pump the gas. Big getaway, big job. Maybe even some kind of hit. Some hood by the name of Rufus is in the picture. We need a line on it. Coffee? Black, right? Guys upstairs were asking for you in person. Look, we need you to go under. But no one's gonna know except me. If I bring anyone else in, I'll let you know. I need your badge. Any questions?
So, the lieutenant is the only one who knows Tanner's a cop. Everyone else thinks he's just a getaway driver. He also kind of looks a bit like Eric Cantona. I don't know why, but there you go. Okay, so here we go. First of all, circle to burnout and then brake. Now reverse. That's a reverse 180. Now let's do the slalom. Okay, slalom is clear. Now for a lap. Now we're going to do a donut if we can. There we go. And we've done it. That's it. So now we can start the game proper. So many people got stuck on that back in the day because there wasn't really any guidance in the manual as to how to do it. And, you know, back in '98, not everybody had the internet. So our options here are to save the game, or we can go to the quit, or we can take a drive, which is like a free roam mode, or we can get a new job.
You have one new message.
So let's hear what the job is.
So listen, we want to use you on a bank job. No hassle. Should be real sleepy. You want in?
Okay, so we are going on a bank job. Let's accept the mission. So we're starting off in Miami, I think. Or is it Los Angeles? I'm not sure. It's some coastal town anyway. Coastal city, rather. I think it's Miami. So, the bank job. So we have to get to that black marker on the map. So basically we have to get there within the time limit. Now their damage meter is how much damage the car has taken. So you want to keep that as low as possible, obviously. And if that fully maxes out, then you've lost. You have to start again. And then the felony meter, every time you break the law, or you get the police chasing you, that goes up. And the higher that goes up, the more police will chase you, the more aggressive they'll be about trying to ram you off the road. It basically works the same way as the wanted gauge in Grand Theft Auto. So you want to try and keep that low, but sometimes that is going to jump up just regardless, just because of the nature of what you're doing. Interesting to note as well, I never noticed this at the time when I first played this game, but every turn on this map is a right angle, because it's all a grid setup. So it's all, oops, so it's all done on a grid system, which is all 90-degree turns. Too early, okay. Alright. So we're going to have to wait over here for about 10 seconds. There we go, right. The boys are coming out. And now we've got to get to the lockup. Now you see we've got the felony meter on now, so we're being tracked. Whoops. Okay, so here we go. Let's just quickly check the map, just to see where we're going here. Okay, right, so we want to basically go along this road and get to yeah, it is Miami. I thought it was Miami. Right, okay. Now it's along this sort of dual carriageway here is where the cops will quite often sight you and try to run you off the road, so be careful of that. That little white light there is a police up car, so we gotta lose the tail, so we gotta get rid of this cop. Now the best way to lose the cops is to weave in and out of traffic, because as long as you put a car's width between you and them, they'll struggle to keep up. as you can see. He's drifting further behind, and he's lost us. So we're in the clear for now, but our felony gauge has gone up, and it's not going to go back down until the end of the mission. But we're almost there, making good time. Sorry. So there's the lockup. And our first mission is cleared. Okay. So now we move on to the next part. Now this is where the game's paths can diverge slightly because you might get offered more than one mission. There are certain story missions that you'll always end up doing, but you can it can change.
You have 2 new messages.
Right, so this is multiple choice here.
It's me. You did good. We got a real hot car. We gotta get it out of here by afternoon. We need plates changed. Respray, man. We need a whole workout. Get yourself down here if you want the work. But this car is hot, man. I mean, real flame grill, super hot.
Okay, so we've got to handle a stolen car.
Name's Tico. I heard about you. I heard a lot about you. I need a ride. Don't bring no tail.
So let's check out the new guy. Let's see what we can do for Tico. So he said don't bring a tail, so it's very important that we don't have the police following us when we go and pick him up. Okay, so we're going to pick up Tico. But we've got to be careful not to get any police on our tail. So we're going to get onto the straighter road here. Well, there's a police officer, but if we're careful, we can sneak behind him. Yep, he's turned the other way. We got lucky there. And hopefully we don't run into any more before we get to Tico. Okay, so there's Tico. Yeah, where are we taking him?
I gotta get to that guy without mad memory. Let's
Okay.
go.
So we're gonna take him somewhere. Honestly, I couldn't make out what he was saying there. At this time, there is no limit on finishing the level, but we will have to make sure we don't have a tail. Tico is adamant he wants no tail, so we gotta weave in and out of the cars, get the police off of us. There we go. Next up, we're going to do a right hand, as a left hand turn. Okay. Whoa! Guy just cut right in front of me there. I know, I was jumping a red light. Yeah, usual. See, this is why I don't drive in real life, because I'm absolutely terrible at it. So we've got to lose the cops. So driving into oncoming traffic is usually a pretty good way to lose the cops. The chances are they will collide with somebody while they're trying to catch you. These guys are persistent. Oh. Whoops. That's one determined cop car, but he's out of commission now. All we've got to do is get back to Tico's base without wrecking the car now. You can basically ram the cops off the road, but it only really works if there's only one or two of them, because as you can see they do a lot of damage to your car, a lot more than you'll do to theirs. So, job done. Car's in a bit of a mess though, isn't it? Oh, Tico was a hitman. Alright. That turned dark all of a sudden.
His memory just got bad.
Okay, so what's next? So we've just become an accessory to murder. Oh dear. That escalated quickly. Okay, so we're going to pick up a car. Do love that Starsky and Hutch style music. They really got the atmosphere down in this game. They really hit the mark with that. Graphically, obviously, it's the roughest of the three of them, but of the three mainline driver games, the first one is definitely the best in my opinion. Uh-oh, we got two cops on us now. Wow! Okay, I think we've lost them. Yes. Okay, job done. Okay, now they escaped. You see, we've got the hot car, and now we're going to get away. But we do have a felony meter. Wow! Whoa, 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 whoa! Where did that guy come from? Just gonna gonna quickly check the map here. Wow. Right, I'm just gonna quickly check the map, make sure I'm going the right way. Okay. Yeah, so yeah, we want to go along the road here and then turn right. Okay, yeah, we can do that. Uh-oh, we got a police blockade here. So what we got to do is hit one of them and then hope they all pile in, like so. And try and get away amidst the carnage. Wow, they're persistent today. This is like the Blues Brothers. Okay. The cops are out, but my car is almost out as well. Ah. Almost lost them. I'm going to have to try that part again. Oh dear. So we will encounter some police along here, but we're just going to have to be evasive and try and lose them. Wow. Police are right on me here. So again, we want to try and weave in and out of traffic as much as we can. In fact, let's take drastic measures. We're going onto the wrong side of the road here. Cops try and follow me, they're getting a head-on collision. Job done. Okay, now let's just get the car home. Job done.
You have one new message.
Okay.
Rufus here. I've been watching your progress, boy. Come meet me at the Electric Lady Lounge on Ocean. We're gonna talk. No tales. You dig?
Okay, so Rufus is like the big boss of the sort of the underworld here in Miami. So we're gonna go and have a chat. this is away on the other island, so we're gonna have to head to the overpass. Now, when we're going to cross this bridge here, this is where we could get attract some law enforcement attention if we're not careful. Let's not hit lampposts if we can avoid it. Yep, so see the main road there, going across the river. That's the one we want. Okay. I think I may have taken a wrong turn here. Yeah. Yeah, we're going to restart. That was it. That's a bit stupid. Okay, so we want to head north and then east. If we keep to the main roads, it'll be faster. Does mean we're more likely to pick up attention of the police, though. Make sure that we take the proper turn off this time. Well, these cops are not playing around, are they? Can we sneak around the side here? Yes, we can. I love doing the drifting in this game. It's great. And there's just a mass pile-up of police cars back there. We'll leave them to it. Wow, they are putting on the blockades here. But the good thing with those blockades is if you can evade them, a lot of the cops that are chasing you will smash into them, and then it means you'll lose them more quickly. So, double-edged sword. Oh, this is a good run. This is a very good run. Or a good drive, I should say. And we got to Rufus's Cafe. And let's see what he's got to say for himself.
See, here's what's going down. You're talking to Rufus. The kitten's Jesse. The wheels you driving around this town are making a whole lot of noise. And you know what? I know you. I know your face. You know who this is, Jesse?
He's just some driving cat.
No, he ain't. He ain't just some driving cat, lady. This cat's got gasoline in his veins. Looks like you could use a drink, pussycat.
I ain't thirsty.
Looks like you could use a drink, pussycat. I was at the track when Rusty Slater got a little bumpy with you. Man, you started some fire that day. I thought they'd never put that baby out. Okay, so listen. You and me gonna do some business, see? The cops are babysitting a friend of mine, and he ain't too happy with the arrangement. I'm gonna take him off their hand. You catch my drift? There's a French cat in an armored car. Man, he's one mean, cold-blooded killer. When he ain't in jail, you know some cat somewhere's gonna take a visit to the morgue with a cap in his ass. See, we gonna bust him out. You're gonna drive him away, all the way into a sweet $8,000. You dig? My friend, you better understand about Rufus. You screw up, you better not show up.
Okay.
We got a deal, man.
Small bills.
Yeah. Tanner is a man of few words. So we got to bust out some professional assassin who's being held in an armoured car. That's our next mission. So bust out Jean-Paul.
Fly, man. That's the car with the French cat. Let's go get it.
So the roles are reversed here. We are hunting down the police car as opposed to them hunting us down. There we go. Right. So that was one more of those will be enough to take him out. So this car moves at near enough the same speed we do, so it's when he drifts, that's when you get a chance to get closer to him. And particularly when he hits a corner, that's when you can take him out. Right, so we got Jean-Paul, and we also took minimal damage to the car in the process, so that's good. Yeah, take your time, mate. It's alright. It's not like we're doing anything illegal here. Right. I think now we've got to get him to a safe house. Yep. Okay, let me just check my map, see where we're going. Okay, so, yeah, we want to go north. Alright, hang on. Okay. We're almost certainly going to have the cops picking us up at some point here, but we'll deal with that when we have to. Like so. Again, like I say, if you can run the blockade, it actually works in your favour. We're taking quite a bit of damage here though. Okay, weave in and out of these cars. We've lost them. Yes. Now let's get off the roads. Job done. So let's see what our next jobs are.
You have 2 new messages.
Okay, 2 messages.
I got some ram raid work for you. Should keep you real busy. It's gonna be real disco. Call me soon, man.
Okay, ram raiding. Hopefully not in the Aberdeen sense.
Listen, got this real superfly car needs delivering. This baby's got the kind of groove injection horsepower that'll make you drool like you just spent 6 months in quarantine. Needs to get to an associate of ours before 7. See, he's got a job lined up for her already. So looks like it's gonna be tight. And it ain't gonna be no good to him if you get it there wrecked. Man, this baby's gotta look like it just rolled out of the factory. Man, he don't want to even know anyone looked at the bitch, let alone touch the leather. Get here real soon, or some other cat's gonna get the job. I got some ram raid.
Let's take the ram raiding job. That sounds like more fun.
Yo,
It's me.
yo, dude. You were cutting it real fine. Here's what's going down. I got some problems with this businessman. He thinks he don't need to pay protection no more. We're gonna have to explain to him again. He don't capiche too good, see? Well, he's got himself a chain of restaurants in town. So I kind of promised him we'd pay a visit on every one of his places by the end of the afternoon. Drive through the front of every single one. That don't give you a whole lot of time, but you just get it done. You clear?
So we got to smash up some restaurants. So there are a series of restaurants we got to hit, but they're all, well, the first 3 anyway are all kind of in the same sort of area. So there's one. Yeah, maneuvering is a little tricky in these small, tight areas. Oh, that was nice though. Restaurant 2 dead ahead. Now on to restaurant 3. Somehow managed to avoid those cops. That was fortunate. Okay, there's our next target. Now on to the 4th and final restaurant. Now just check the map here. Okay. So it's down at Coconut Grove, so we need to head south. cops just skimmed right past us there. Good. Those ones won't though. Yes, I know that turn was a tad melodramatic, but can you blame me? It's the way this game goes. Right, into oncoming traffic for a little while. And back out again. Almost lost them. We've lost them. Oh, one more. It's not too far away though. And it's done. Quite a nice wee handbrake turn into the final restaurant there. I'm quite proud of that. Well, what's happening now?
Listen, a shipment of Kalashnikovs is coming in tonight. I need you to meet it and get the hardware out of there before the cops get their noses in.
Okay, if I remember right, this is quite a difficult level because we've got to go pick up the stuff and then get out again, but the shipment is on an island that you have to go this really long, narrow road to get to. Okay, here we go. So first of all, head northeast, pick up the shipment from the shipyards. Try and keep police entanglements to a minimum here, if we can. Try not to hit other cars as well. It helps. Okay, so I'm gonna go over this bridge. Uh-oh. Hopefully we can lose these guys fairly quickly. Good. Right, okay. Lost them. Might be another one up here though. Time is not an issue because we always get to the target with about 45 seconds to spare regardless. Go away. Right. Oh, there's another cop up here. But luckily he's turning away from where we're going, so we just go straight on. We should avoid him. No. Damn police and their telepathy. Right, okay. He's gonna try and cut me off here. Right. Okay. We've lost them. but he'll be back. Right, now we gotta get out of here. Okay, managed to get out of there and avoid the police. But there are going to be police on this bridge. At least 2 blockades we're going to have to try and run. Oh, alright. That's encouraging. But there will be more of them here, I'm certain of it. Yeah, there's another one. We've almost lost him too. Ah. Always one that has to show up and ruin the party. Right, this car behind me is already taking damage, so if I can just sort of goad him into hitting somebody, that will hopefully be enough to get rid of him. Right, there's just one car on me now. We've almost lost them. Spoke too soon. There we go. Job done. Okay, we continue.
Baby, baby, listen to me. Why don't you come into the office? Come on, baby. Maybe I got a little something for you.
I got something for you.
Uh-oh.
Now back off.
Whoa, Jesse, stay loose, kitten.
You know what this is, don't you?
Give me the piece, baby.
Back off, Rufus. Don't you go making this worse. This ain't what I wanted.
Baby, give me the piece.
You got what's yours, baby.
Uh-oh. Rufus isn't going to be in the next chapter. So, our target is on the monorail, so we've got to chase the monorail. Catch up to Jessie. There she goes. We got a whole load of cops on us already. Isn't that great? At least this level is simple enough in the sense that you are just following the train line. Monorail's going a hell of a convoluted route through the city. Job done.
Listen, lady, I gotta tell you, you got a real bad attitude. That ain't helping any.
I wanna see my lawyer.
You don't get it, do you? We don't want you. We just wanna know about the French guy. Or maybe you wanna tell us why you blew away your boss.
He wasn't my boss.
Whatever.
Listen, if I don't do what I'm told, I don't live too long. If I tell you what you want to know, I don't live too long either.
Life sucks, huh?
Ain't you just a wise guy?
You gonna cut a deal, or you gonna take communal showers for 20 years?
The French guy was pulling the strings.
Who's pulling his?
I don't know. I don't know.
Uh-huh. Well, we can come back to that. Suppose you don't know where he is either, huh? I said, I suppose you don't know where
I heard. The guy's in Frisco.
Okay, so we're gonna head to San Francisco.
You were in town. Got some work and no room for second raters. The casino. You wanna come along?
My fee.
10%.
20.
Man, guy's gotta make a living. 15.
20. You know my price.
Okay, but we do it my way.
Okay, so the casino job. This will be our last job of today. We will play through San Francisco properly in the next part. Today was just about clearing Miami. So, we are now gonna... Basically, the casino job is just a harder version of the bank job from Miami. You know, get to your guys before the time runs out, lose the tail, you know the drill. Made slightly harder by the fact that the streets in San Francisco are a bit narrower, and there's a lot more trees on the sides of the road, so you can't run along the side of the road as easily as you could before. Right. What do you mean too early? Don't be silly. Right, I'm gonna... Right, there we go. Why did my felony meter suddenly jump up so high? Right, get to the warehouse. Oh, shut up. Right, here we go. Yeah, I think that police car had a little run-in with the tram there, which will help us. Oh, there's another one right there. That's not very fair. Out of the way. Right. We are closing in on our destination. No, whoa, that was a close one. Okay, so we need to get into this car park over here. The police will try and follow us, but in doing so, they will most likely wreck themselves. Because they're not very good with these narrow streets. There we go. Job done. Okay. So I'm going to save my game. So, that was part 1 of Driver for the PlayStation 1. Please join us again soon for part 2 and beyond. Until then, if you enjoyed this video, please think about subscribing to the channel. Tartan Samurai Gaming, retro gaming content uploaded almost every day. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you again soon. Bye for now.